What's going on is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you. Man, it's tough. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with us. Obviously, I've been getting updates all morning. I just got off of the Millionaire Morning Show, and everybody was letting me know what was going on in my chat. And then there's a lot of people that's actually texting me um, in some higher up positions. I don't want to say that it's a lot of people that was texting me. I kind of delayed it for about 30 minutes as far as going live or even talking about it on the Millionaire Morning Show, simply because I know that this is going to be something that we got to cover, and I have to be respectful to the family. But it is news, and it's something that we got to cover, and that Charlie Kirk obviously has been shot, and all of you are familiar with that. We're going to go over the coverage. I'm going to show y'all the live updates. We're going to go over whatever the news is saying. And then we're going to go on different platforms like X, formerly known as Twitter, so that we can show you guys exactly who the alleged suspect is. I'm not sure if I'll be able to show you the actual footage of the shot itself, just for censorship purposes. I did not expect, obviously, to go live today, but it is something that we have to cover, and it's a conversation that we have to have, because I think that there's bigger things at play, personally. I think that there's bigger things at play. I believe that before we even deep dive into this, yes, the footage is on X, and I'm going to show some things. Before we even get into this, it's demonic, bro. It's just demonic, honestly. I'm not going to show it, Tiffany. I'm not going to show the actual shot itself. But it is out there. If you guys have X, formerly known as Twitter, you can go and see it for yourself. But I will be showing other things that is associated with it, because obviously I don't think that YouTube wants that type of footage on the platform. So before I get started, what I want to do is I want to lead with prayer. All right. And I want to lead with prayer. I think that it's important that we lead with prayer. And let me tell you why. Is because the first thing that I do when I wake up in the morning is I wake up, I brush my teeth, and then I thank God for everything that he has done for me, because you never know when it's your last day. And none of us can tell you what our time is going to end. And a lot of times we have conversations about the fact that we think that this is in our last days, that the earth is in its last days. However, your last day may be today. And so you have to live every day like it's your last. And so the way that I want to open up this live stream is I want to open it up with prayer. And so that's what we're going to do, because that's what I do. And I love Jesus and I love God. And so that's what we're going to do. It's more than just about news. It's about making sure that we gather together, especially the saints, to pray for the people that are heavily affected. All right. So let's start here. Lord, we come before you in the name of Jesus, and we ask you to cover Charlie Kirk, cover him as he fights for his life, cover his family, cover his loved ones. Cover the people that were at the event that witnessed it, and more importantly, put your grace and your covering upon this world, upon this earth, upon the United States of America, upon people that are so demonic that they're divided and they can't take the idea that somebody has a different perspective, opinion, political ideology, so on and so forth. But heal hearts, be with people, and expose people for who they are before they do horrific things to people that they don't even know, and ruin lives and ruin families, and be with them, Lord. Just be with us, be with them, protect your saints, protect people that are trying to heal this world and trying to do the right thing. And even if they're not necessarily in agreement with you, right? Rebuke extremists on both sides. Rebuke extremists from a liberal perspective, from a conservative perspective, from a Democrat perspective, from a Republican perspective. Rebuke extreme views and allow for people to be able to disagree objectively without them being so butthurt to where they feel like they got to do something to somebody else. Again, let your saints, let your angels cover Charlie Kirk. We love you, we appreciate you, and we ask for everything in Jesus' name. All right. So that's how we're going to start this off. That's how we're going to start this off, is that we don't give any kind of credence to the devil. We don't give any acknowledgement to any demonic spirits and powers, because we are in a war, not just for our political lives, not just for the soul of America, but also we are in a war based off of principalities. And so when I see people that operate like this, I know that this is a war that we've all been preparing for. And so we got to put on our breastplate of righteousness, and we got to gird up, and we got to understand that even though we need to move more strategically, ensuring that we do things a certain type of way to protect ourselves so that we can go home to our families at night, this is a war. It is what it is. Like, I'm gonna call it straight up for what it is. This is a spiritual war that we now have on our hands, and it has been right there in our faces. And now they are now so brave and so bold and so steadfast and matter of fact in the way that they go about doing things, that they are willing to actually take somebody's life who is a family man, because they cannot defeat them. They cannot defeat us when it comes to our righteousness or doing the right things or doing the thing that's in the same, in the right vein for what's best for our families and our cultural norms. Now we are in a space to where people are willing to do such egregious things, and they're willing to take somebody else's life. It aggravates me. It pisses me off. It absolutely pisses me off. But let's go ahead and get into some of the latest updates. So I'm going to share with you, as well as cover some of the coverage that's happening on other networks, because I need to see what everybody else is talking about. And I want to cover what's happening on X, formerly known as Twitter. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to head over to BBC News, because they are a credible source for the for the latest live updates, as well as people are texting me and sending me messages on my phone, and they're absolutely giving me all the insight on what's going on the other sense. So live record or live coverage, the live reporting says that Charlie Kirk has obviously been shot. And so let me just refresh this so I get the latest. Give me a second. He was shot from about 200 yards away. So a sniper, similar to what they were trying to do to Trump. It was a sniper that basically shot from 200 yards away. And if you actually look at the video, and let me see if I can pull up some footage a little bit. I'm not going to pull up the actual shot itself, because it was pretty violent, and I don't want to show that type of thing. First, I'm going to show you the man that allegedly is the person that shot Charlie Kirk. All right, so I'm going to share my screen with y'all on that. So this is allegedly the man that is being held down, is in custody. Now, I don't know 100% for sure that, this is the person that did it, but this is the reports allegedly of the man. Allegedly of the man. When I say it listen, 200 feet, we're going to get into it. We're going to deep dive into it. So this is the footage of the man that allegedly shot and killed Charlie Kirk. Now, from what I've seen, let me go back over here. They say 200 yards, not 200 feet. That is the latest reporting. They say it's about 200 yards. The shots were fired from a building about 200 yards away, 182 meters. Shots was at about 12:20, fired from a building about 200 yards from the speaker. To the best of the knowledge, the individual was hit and was taken away immediately. So let me see if I can find some better footage. So this is Charlie Kirk right before, according to what people are posting, this was him literally right before, and he was having a conversation with students. Obviously, you see that everything was super packed out. Again, the guy that allegedly shot him supposedly shot him from 200 yards away. That is what is being reported. It was a boomer, allegedly. And again, I'm not going to play the video because it's pretty violent. However, when he was shot in this particular footage, his body jerked, his neck went to the side, And initially, I could not tell. Initially, I could not tell whether or not he actually had got shot in the neck, because the reports was, and I'm going to give y'all a little bit of the after. The reports were that he was shot in the neck, but his body jerked. You know what I'm saying? His body jerked as though he had got shot in the chest or something. And so immediately he was covered. He was taken to the hospital. The reports are that he's allegedly still alive. That's what I'm seeing right now. They say he was hit in the neck and the head. A possibility. They definitely saying that he was hit in the neck. It was a very, very, very violent shot. And so again, the first thing that we want to say is prayers up for Charlie Kirk. Again, I'm going to show you guys really quickly who the person is that allegedly, what is that? Oh, that was up there. That's up on the campus. So I'm going to show you guys allegedly who the person was that shot him again, who they are listing as a person that shot him. Pelosi and Giffords respond to Kirk's shooting. U.S. politicians are sharing their shock after the shooting of Charlie Kirk. Congressperson or Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi, and Democrat, says she's praying for Kirk's recovery. She says political violence has absolutely no place in our nation. All Americans should pray for Charlie Kirk's recovery and hold the entire UVU community in our hearts as they endure the trauma of this gun violence, she wrote on X. Former U.S. Representative Gabby Giffords also posted condemning violent responses to political differences. In 2011, Giffords was shot in the head during a meeting with constituents in a grocery store parking lot. So let me go down a little bit. Again, it's saying that he was shot from 200 miles away. 200 miles away is where they say that he was shot. Let me give you guys a snapshot of the person again that allegedly shot him. This is who they are reporting as the person that shot him. They saying that he's apprehended and he's a suspect. And, you know, he was at Utah Valley State with a bunch of students. They say yards, not miles. Did I say miles? I'm sorry. If I said miles, that is my fault. I meant to say yards. From 200 yards away is where he was shot, okay? They say that he was shot 200 yards away from a building that was on the campus. Police was telling the students to leave the campus. University's 40,000 plus student body. The Utah Valley University Police reiterated that the students should leave the campus immediately. Campus is closed. Classes is canceled until further notice. Police are investigating and they asked them to leave the campus immediately. All right. They're saying that he's in critical condition. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins has posted on social media that Charlie Kirk is still with us. Please keep praying. He's in critical condition, but he's still with us. They are reporting that he did get shot in the neck, and the Utah governor is condemning the shooting. So what I want to do right now is I want to go over to several different networks to get their perspective and get their reporting to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Right now, we're going to go over to ABC News, and this is what they were reporting about the shot on Charlie Kirk at the event in Utah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. We're coming on the air because ABC News has confirmed conservative activist and podcaster Charlie Kirk has been shot during an event at Utah Valley University. The founder of Turning Point USA, a conservative student organization, is known for his outspoken views on politics, culture, religion, often taking his messages to colleges and universities, sparking sometimes pretty heated debates on campus. Let's get right to our chief investigative correspondent, Aaron Katursky. Aaron, what do you know?
Two law enforcement sources confirmed to ABC News, Kira, that Charlie Kirk indeed was shot as he was speaking at an outdoor event at Utah Valley University. You're right, his presence there at the university had divided the campus, according to an article in the school paper where there were people on both sides.
Now, this is a lie. This is a lie. All right. And this is the thing that I don't want us to do. I don't want us to do this. All right. Because they are saying that his presence on the campus divided the people. But if you actually pay attention to the footage, and I'm going to show you some footage of Charlie Kirk being on the campus before he even started to speak, everybody that was in the audience, obviously, not including the person that shot him from 200 yards away, allegedly, everybody that was on the campus was rocking with him. All right. Everybody that was there, it looks like on the footage, outside of the people that were 200 yards away, were rocking with him. This is what he was doing prior to him sitting down and having a conversation. All right.
That's a lot of people, Utah. I'll tell you what. All right, we're going to get started, everybody. You know how it works. Question and answer. Also, thank you to Lane from YRV5. That was great. Really appreciate it. And we're going to be here for a couple hours. Get comfortable. Bring the best libs that Utah has to offer.
Look at the crowd. Look at the crowd. They loved him. They loved him out there. Let me say this for the other organizations or the other YouTubers or the streamers or the people that may be covering this from other networks that may want to throw something in there that may be a little bit more controversial. Now is not the time. Now is not the time. This is not the time. This is not the time for you to throw in your little jabs. This is not the time for you to have any kind of evil in your heart. This man was a family man. Let me show you what his family looked like. This is so evil. This is so evil. It is so evil. Some of the most evil people that's walking this earth. It's so ugly. It is so ugly to think that somebody is willing to take your life because they don't agree with your political ideology and they don't even. It's so evil. It is so evil. Married with a family. Let me tell y'all something, bro. And again, I personally believe that there is a war on family. There is a war on structure. There is a war on traditional family values. There is a war on spirituality and God and Christian views. There is a war on the saints. And these people will stop at nothing. And when I say nothing, listen, they tried to kill Trump. I don't know if y'all remember this. I don't know if y'all really paying attention to this. But just last year, they tried to take out who is now the president of the United States of America right now. Multiple different times. Like, I know y'all forgot about it because we so focused and we got such a short attention span when it comes to the things that we pay attention to on a regular basis. But let me be very clear. There are people in spaces and demonic places that you know not of. And so if we are not covered by the blood, And if we are not fervent, not only in our actions of how we move on a regular basis, but also in what it is that we got to stay prayed up. I know some of y'all may be watching this and you may not believe it, but I'm trying to tell you that you got to stay prayed up, bro. You got to stay prayed up, because it's not just a war when it comes to liberals versus conservatives. It's not just a war when it comes to Democrats versus Republicans. There is evil in all of these places. And the thing that you know how powerful Charlie Kirk is? Do you know how impactful he was in swinging the election and making sure that Trump got elected? Do you know how hateful? Bro, nobody can go campus to campus to campus and have this level of enthusiasm outside of the president. He wasn't holding office, which means that he wasn't beholden to anything. The only thing that he was doing was continuing to push for traditional family values. And so I have heard, I see y'all sending me the messages. Y'all sending me different people's stuff. There are people that are celebrating. It sounds crazy, don't it? We not even like that. We not even cut like that. We respect and love America so much that even if you have a different lifestyle than us, as long as you're not doing nothing illegally, we love this country so much that we respect your right to pursue life, love, liberty, happiness, and everything else that you want for yourself and your family. And we protect the Constitution over here in the United States. We are not a democracy. We are a republic. We are governed by our Constitution. And so as long as you're not hurting nobody else, we not tripping. We may disagree with you, but we don't want you to lose your life. We don't want you to not be in to lose your family. Think about that for a second. There are people that are so evil that they are celebrating. I would never celebrate the death of somebody else and being taken away from their family. There are people that are celebrating this assassination attempt, and I'm staying up to date and I'm making sure that I keep up to date of what's going on. There are people that are literally on their live stream celebrating Charlie Kirk. They say that Kirk talked about gun violence moments before he was shot. Charlie Kirk can be seen sitting in a white gazebo addressing a crowd gathered at an event at the Utah Valley University, which that is what you see right here. This was him. This was him. He was sitting here. He was having a conversation with the people. He came out to raucous screams. People was like, yeah, they couldn't wait to see him. And so now, you know, what you see now is the fallout from people that want to continue to do the devil's work. But let me go back into it. The tent features words, the America Comeback Tour. In one video, an audience member can be heard asking Kirk about mass shootings in America. It said, do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Holding a microphone, Kirk responds, counting or not counting gang violence. Then a loud gunshot was heard and Kirk appears to jolt backwards in his seat. Blood can be seen on his neck. The people in the crowd scream and start running from the arena or from the area. And I'm going to go over to show you, again, this is the man that allegedly did it. This is the man. Okay. His family was in attendance. His wife and 2 children were at the campus university with him. Do you know how evil this is? His wife and his 2 children were at the campus with him. Y'all said it's reported that it may not have been an old dude. That's why I said allegedly. That's why I said allegedly. All right. The more that I learn, the more that we realize what was going on, I'll report it to you in real time. I'll report it to you in real time. Again, throughout this live stream, I want to make sure that we got prayers up for Charlie Kirk, because this should happen to nobody. Nobody, based off of their political ideology. We don't do mods like that. We don't need no mods. We don't censor people. We don't censor people over here. We embrace people that have a different perspective or a different opinion than us. And if you've been a part of any of my live streams, whether it be panels or the Millionaire Morning Show or the after hours, we don't necessarily censor people. Okay? We don't censor people. We let them show themselves. We let them show themselves for who they are. We let people show themselves unless it's spamming. If there's any spam, then let me know and I'll get it up out of here. If there's any spam, then let me know and I'll get it out of here. We don't like spam in the chat, but we don't censor people over here. Who's spamming? All right, I see Mike. We got to get you up out of here. I'm sorry. We got to time you out. We're not doing no spamming. Who else is spamming? I'm letting you right now that we let people rock out in here, but we're not doing no games. Okay, I see you. Let me get you up out of censor you a little bit because you over here just putting random stuff in there. No spamming. Somebody said beef up your security, Anton. I don't need to beef up my security. I got good security already. This literally could have happened to anybody. That's what y'all don't understand. Promulite. Let me see who this Promulite guy is. Give me a second. Because I don't want you distracting us from the show. Give me a second. They say he is in stable condition. I haven't gotten that report yet. I haven't gotten any reports of anybody being in stable condition. So I cannot report on something that I don't know if it's true or not. Did I already time them out? If y'all see anybody else spam in the chat, then let me know. And then I'll go ahead and deal with it. Oh, here we go. All right, I got you. I got him. All right, so there we go. There we go. We can't have anybody spamming the chat. All right. So let me go ahead and look to see what his latest report is. Give me a second. Give me a second. Kirk Serbo. I'm not getting that. I'm getting critical condition. I'm getting critical condition. Law enforcement is telling the AP that he is in critical condition. So I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that. I don't know who was reporting that. I don't know who was saying that. I'm getting that he's in critical condition. That he's been shot in the neck. He's actually in critical condition. So. And I'm not saying that y'all sources is not good, but I'm getting it as of 15 minutes ago. I'm getting that he was that it doesn't look good. He was shot in the neck, but that he is in critical condition. So I didn't hear nothing about stable. I seen nothing about stable condition. And again, this is the moment. I'm not going to actually play the video of the shot itself. This is the moment of what happened, of what it looked like when he actually got shot. All right. I can't play the video. Y'all can go and find the video yourself. But this is what it looked like when he actually got shot. They caught the guy not showing his face. All right, so I got to do a little bit more research. Let me deep dive into it. But let me go back to ABC because I want to get the live commentary of what a lot of these people are reporting. I need to share that with you guys. All right.
According to an article in the school paper where there were people on both sides debating whether he should even be allowed to bring his message, often loyal to the agenda of President Trump, to campus. But he was speaking at this outdoor event in a courtyard. We've seen some video of that event. A shot rings out. The entire crowd goes scattering. The condition of Charlie Kirk is not immediately clear, but we've seen a tweet from Vice President J.D. Vance saying that he is praying for Charlie Kirk, who he calls a genuinely good guy. And we have also seen a recent tweet from the governor, Spencer Cox of Utah, saying that he's being briefed by law enforcement following the violence directed at Charlie Kirk during his visit to Utah Valley University. The governor's message goes on to say, we will continue to share updates. Those responsible, the governor goes on to say, will be held fully accountable.
I need to know if they actually caught the guy because I don't know for sure if they've actually caught the person that is supposedly responsible for what is happening for Charlie Kirk.
The details that we can report and acknowledging we have many questions still to go as we are reaching out to our sources and trying to gain more information. Kristen?
Kelly O'Donnell continuing to cover all angles of this horrific day. Conservative activist Charlie Kirk has been shot at an event in Utah. Speaker Mike Johnson says he's about to call for a moment of silence on the House floor for Charlie Kirk. He is calling on everyone to condemn political violence. He's asking for prayers, and he has said, quote, "This has to stop." As we await that, I want to go now to Taylor and Haley Dufour, who witnessed today's incident. They joined me by phone. Thank you both for being here. I am so very sorry for the horror that you have witnessed.
Let me come back to this. Live reports are saying authorities do not have a suspect in custody. Okay, as of 13 minutes ago, and again, I cannot report on somebody being in custody until I officially get it. In a minute that I officially get it, I will report it out to you guys. But as of 13 minutes ago, they are saying that authorities do not. All right, I'm going to go over to another live. Authorities do not have a suspect in custody, according to the Utah Valley University spokesperson, Ellen Trenor. The school said it earlier. The school had said earlier in an alert that the police had detained a suspect. They do not, as of right now, according to several different outlets, and I am monitoring a lot of them. They do not, according to all of these outlets, they do not have a suspect in custody. Okay? Where are y'all getting this information from that they actually have somebody in custody? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. You just watched it on Alex Jones, Fox, CNN reporting a conservative shot him. Okay, so let's go over to CNN in a second. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, so me and Logan and a couple other my buddies, we were, I don't know, 15 feet away from Charlie, give or take.
Like 5 rows back.
Maybe 5 rows back. And all of a sudden, after the first questionnaire, the person asked a question, the second guy walked up, he started saying something, and then we just heard a pop. It sounded like a firework, but it just echoed around. No one really knew what was going on. And everyone kind of just got stunned for 3 seconds. And then everybody just dogpiled on top of everybody, trying to get low to the ground, mass chaos. And it was pretty scary. Everybody was freaking out, trying to find the people they're with, make sure they're safe. We didn't know if there was going to be more shots fired or anything. We were I had no idea.
Logan, were you watching the stage where Charlie was speaking when he was shot?
Yeah, so I actually saw it happen, and it was really disturbing. He fell back, and we all dropped. He was rushed off, and then we all just ran towards this way, through that bridge under there. So, yeah, it was just really disturbing, hard to watch.
We know that this event had attracted some controversy with the petition to try to cancel it. But as you were here and as the event began, I imagine that it felt like you were surrounded by people who were like-minded or who at least supported him being here to speak.
Yeah, I would say majority of the crowd was for him. There was a lot of chants going on. A lot of the people were for Charlie. There were some people in the back that were, against him, but I would say majority were for him.
And as you've processed what happened, it's been now I guess a couple of hours. I don't even know what time it is, but what's been going through your mind as you've just sort of been replaying what you watched?
I'm lost for words. I don't know. It's something we'll remember for the rest of our lives. That's for sure. I don't know. Yeah. What are your thoughts? Obviously super sad and tragic. And I think it's sad that we can't even have a civil conversation anymore. Yeah. It just turns into stuff like this. He has an open mic. If you disagree with him, come talk to him.
I wanna go over to Don Lemon. I want to see what Don Lemon has to say about this whole situation.
Where the vast it's being openly endorsed by Republican politicians. There are Republican politicians who
I want to know
openly
if people are
advocating
evil or
for
not.
Confrontations between the political left and the political right.
Yeah. I wanted to show you this because you mentioned earlier, and I forgot that this happened. So, I woke up this morning to this mic in the middle of the night. I'm going to cover the name, but I woke up to this from the U.S. Department of Justice. And it says, U.S. Department of Justice, VIN's inmate number, and then it gives the number, and it says U.S. Department of Justice, September 10th, 2025. Dear Don Lemon, this notice is to provide the United States Department of Justice Victim Notification System. I am contacting you because you were identified by law enforcement as a victim during the investigation of the above criminal case. That is one of the ones that I still get, and I haven't worked for CNN.
This fucker had been out there practicing to take his life. And if these reports are correct, his children have lost their father. Erica's lost her love. And we have lost one of the most important voices that we've had in my lifetime on the right. One of the most important messengers, someone sent by God to change minds and hearts on the most important, divisive, difficult issues of our time.
May I just say something positive?
Yeah.
I've made a pact with myself to start my day every day with before I get out of bed, before I do anything else, just say 3 things that I know are true about God. I know he lives. I know he's not neutral, and I know he protects us. If you know that God lives and he is not neutral and that he loves all of us, he is our dad, something good is going to come of this. It always does. It always does. I don't know how, but something good and glorious is going to come from this. Because God is not neutral in the affairs of man. But neither is Satan. Neither is the darkness. That is real. And we are battling that. And the sooner people understand that you are not fighting flesh and bone, you are fighting evil, the sooner we'll be able to dismiss evil and go back to God.
I want to share with you guys some of the stuff that's being shown, or some of the sentiments from some of the people, and this is one of the reasons why we have to be careful. And I went to X, formerly known as Twitter, and this is from Rolls the Homie. Says, "I hope Charlie Kirk rots in hell." This is the type of stuff that y'all battling against. This is the type of stuff that y'all battling against. And I know I got to censor it because, you know, I don't want to actually show the actual shot itself. But that's what they're saying. They're saying that I hope Charlie Kirk rots in hell. That is the sentiment of people that are on the left, that are willing to have a man be taken away from his family Glenn Beck just said that Charlie Kirk has a pulse. So evil, bro. It's so evil, bro. People are evil, bro. Betting Profits, for example, says, well, 100% he was white. Charlie Kirk got killed by a white man. And then he hits us with the laughing emojis. Oh, man. It's crazy, bro. I'm looking at all of these people that literally are posting evil stuff and basically wishing for his death. This is wild, bro. This is so wild what some of y'all are saying. Megyn Kelly is reporting that Charlie Kirk allegedly passed away. This is so bad, bro. I love to talk, but I'm just completely at a loss. This is some of the stuff that you're seeing online. It's breaking my heart to see some of the stuff that I'm seeing online. Pray for him to effing not make it. F Charlie Kirk and F you too. What do y'all want? What do y'all want us to say, bro? How do y'all want us to really make this, put this in perspective? Xander, for example, says they killed Charlie Kirk, and then he puts up the people are pure evil, bro. People are pure evil. This is what Twin put up on X, formerly known as Twitter. Charlie Kirk, if he makes it. I can't, bro. I just can't, man. I can't anymore, bro. People are just, I'm telling you, man, it's the devil's workshop. It is 100% the devil's workshop, bro. I'm looking for a latest update. I don't see anything right now. And it is, bro. It's heartbreaking. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody is happening. I'm following everything. Latest updates at the moment. Utah scanner shooting. Nobody is officially able to report. Again, as of 11 minutes ago, no suspect is in custody. This is according to CNN. I also was on NBC. I also was on ABC. I've also been scouring Fox, and nobody is saying that they actually have a suspect in custody. So, who were y'all referring to when y'all saying that he's gone? I know that Megyn Kelly is saying it, but I don't have any official source from that. Who are y'all referring to when y'all saying that he's gone? Listen, let me tell you something. I'm not going to report that somebody is gone. And I know that y'all saying, man, that was a kill shot or whatever. It was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. But I am just going to, yes, I did see it. Yes, I did watch the video. Yes, I did check it out. But I am not, no, the white man is not in custody. They released him. Megyn Kelly is reporting it right now. Let me go back over to Megyn Kelly and see what she's talking about. Because I'm trying to get this from all angles to better understand exactly what's happening.
Services, counseling services for their team. I am so sorry to be bringing you this news. I am so sorry. I'm sorry for what it means for our country, for Charlie, poor dear Charlie and his family. Sorry for what it's going to mean for the debates that we have yet to have, that he would have won. He would have put everyone to shame on, as he had been. And I'm angry, really fucking angry about how this happened, why this happened, and why we don't have a person in custody. Okay. Donald Trump just weighing in. The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No
before he left that I thought was really important. He said Charlie had been on his faith journey. He had grown in his faith journey. And I think that's something that's really abundantly obvious as people have watched his career. Not only did he evolve with the culture, and I think start to really dial in to the deep and evil roots of some of the cultural sicknesses that we experience, in fact, that we're experiencing right now. But I think also he nudged our culture along with him, and he did it. He's been a part of this revolution technologically that we've seen. And I think of, you've mentioned this a couple of times over the course of the broadcast, all of the people who have seen Charlie on their little screens, on their iPhones, almost every day, sometimes multiple times a day, just as they're scrolling through TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Twitter. And those people, Gen Z, I mean, he's almost as close to monoculture as Gen Z gets. Everybody felt like they knew Charlie Kirk. Even if they didn't like Charlie Kirk, they felt like they knew Charlie Kirk. They felt like they knew Charlie Kirk, and they saw him grow up. And so I think you've mentioned this a couple of times. We are, if anything, underestimating as a society right now how profoundly this will reverberate on the culture.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know if the left fully comprehends how important he was to us. I really don't. I'm not sure they appreciate. They tried to marginalize him and make him into this fringy character who was just some sort of nutcase who would go on campuses and stir up shit. And that is such a misrepresentation of this noble person. And my team's sending me the nasty fucking things that people are posting on Blue Sky and the idiocy happening on MSNBC. I can't tolerate it right now. I can't handle it right now. All I can handle is figuring out who did it, who fucking did this, and bringing them to justice and making sure they don't hurt anybody else. And then doing everything we can to do two things: supporting his family, including his work family, and making damn sure that every message he brought is screamed from the mountaintop in greater volume on more college campuses. In fact, I'm prepared to go. I'll go anywhere that the Turning Point team wants me to go. I will say exactly what Charlie would have said anywhere they ask me to. And all of my conservative friends need to do the same and say it the way Charlie would have said it, boldly and unafraid. That's the only possible way through this, to live up to his legacy, continue his messaging, and support the enormous family that loved him. He wouldn't have it any other way. He would be so angry at us if he thought that even one of us cowered now, if even one of us cowered or stopped.
Yeah. Yeah. He this is over the course of his career, his faith grew. And we were just talking about this, but it was really something that you could see happening in real time. And I think he really came to understand that this is not just about red team or blue team, but this is about a deeper crisis of meaning and a deeper crisis of purpose. And Charlie and I disagreed on things over the years as recently as a couple of weeks ago. Never publicly that I can think of, but he developed such a rich appreciation for his faith and for the importance of seeing politics and faith as being intertwined, but also as a bravery. And that gets missed. I mean, I feel like we've gotten so used to the America.
Donald Trump officially has confirmed that Charlie Kirk has passed away. The message is the great, even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Melania, and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and family. Charlie, we love you. So Charlie Kirk is officially passed away. He was 31 years old. 31 years old. Wife Erica apparently had 2 children. And officially before September 11th, September 10th, and the 4:00 Eastern hour PM, Charlie Kirk, none of us actually expected for this to be a thing. Nobody actually expected for this to be a thing. Nobody woke up this morning and said that, yo, I think that a tragedy is going to happen. Nobody. This is so evil. This is so ugly. So brokenhearted. The only thing that I just feel like saying right now is just praying for his family, bro. Just want to pray for his family. I'm literally a modern day martyr. A modern day martyr. Y'all so weak. Liberals are so weak. Y'all so weak. Y'all such cupcakes. These extreme people is so cupcake. You can't even take a person that's spreading the word and advocating for American values and actually being a reflection of what a strong traditional family is supposed to be about. Y'all so corny. Y'all so weak. You so weak. And y'all think that this is supposed to stop somebody. You don't even realize that what y'all just unleashed is about to be probably the biggest wave of people that is going to go so tough in the paint on what they believe in now more than ever. And people are about to just 100. If you thought that this was going to be a thing that was going to ease up or allow for y'all to be able to start doing all of the trash and having your liberal way and your little liberal talking points, if you thought that this was going to be anything than a straight up assault on everything that is anti-American, everything that is anti-God, everything that is anti-family, what you don't realize is that this is probably going to be the worst thing for you. This is literally probably going to be the worst thing for you. Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's such an evil thing, bro. It's such an evil thing to do. Somebody says something about civil war. Bro, we was already at war a long time ago. It just wasn't physical. It was spiritual. I'm trying to tell you that when you see people that do stuff like this, we got to stop calling them deranged. You got to stop saying it is mental health. You got to stop making excuses for all of these people that do this horrific stuff. You got to stop making excuses and just call it exactly what it is. They evil, bro. They're evil. People that are celebrating this, people that is making this a political issue, they evil. They're straight up demonic and they're evil. I don't even know how else you can frame it other than to say that it's evil. I like to watch the people in the chat say evil things because it helps to remind me of why we do what we do. It helps to remind me why I picked a side and why I switched over from subjecting myself to this plantation mentality and why I decided that I wanted to go hard in the paint. and why I wanted to pick a side. Well, it's on now. We in it now. Ain't no folding now. Ain't no hiding. Ain't no none of that. You're going to see the difference. You're going to see the people that either pick a side, the people that straight a fence, or you're going to see exactly what side the people are on. It's up now. It's up. It's up. I don't have nothing else that I want to say right now. I'm not about to cover nobody else. I don't want to see nobody else's opinion. It was okay until I found out that he actually passed away, and he got a widow, and he got kids that don't have no father no more. But it's up now. So I'm sorry. I'm not interested in streaming no more today. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna cover this on the Millionaire Morning Show. Prayers up for the family. Lord, be with Charlie Kirk's family. Be with the people that he loved, and bless us to remain steadfast and be even more fervent in what it is that we believe, and bless us to serve you and serve your will. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. In Jesus' name, amen. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Stay prayed up. Stay focused. I'm going to be on top of it, but just give me a second. Let me gather my thoughts. I don't want to say nothing out of anger. I don't want to say nothing that's going to endanger the platform. And I don't want to say nothing just based off of emotion. I got to get myself together. So I'm going to talk to y'all later. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all.